Alright, so I thought I'd make a video here of my snowmaking journey, when it started, and what's happened in those years up till now. If you're not already a subscriber, please go hit that subscribe button, comment below, and turn on the notifications. So I started snowmaking in home snowmaking, that is, in April of 2017 is when I found out about home snowmaking and wanted to try it for myself. It wasn't really cold enough that year to actually try anything, so I had to wait all the way until November of 2017 to actually try something. So this is a picture here, I believe, of a night when I actually had made snow. This is my first snow gun. It's more like a nucleator only, so it's just the air and water mixed together. So this was my first one. I was very pleased when I actually got results, which you can see on the ground here. So I'm just using a garden hose and then a air compressor. I didn't have a pressure washer that I was using for this. I may have had a pressure washer at this point, can't remember, but this is kind of the first one that I started. So this is another one of the ones, kind of a modification of the nucleator. Has two bulk water and then the nucleator portion in the bottom, which is the air and water mixed together. So for this one, I am using a pressure washer. It's actually one that I got from the neighbor for free. I believe it's a 3.75 horsepower. It's a 2 gallon per minute pressure washer. And then for the air, it was a 2 horsepower electric air compressor that I believe did 7 CFM or so at 90 psi. So here's a video of my snowmaking with the pressure washer and gun setup. You can see the snow that it's put out on the ground here in this picture. I don't think I'd been running it for that long, so it definitely worked quickly and made a good amount of snow. And so this is kind of like the first gun that actually made decent snow. So I was using my father's air compressor, and he was concerned that the motor would get burnt out using it continuously. So I decided that I would build my own air compressor. So I found the pump and the engine on Craigslist, and I want to say I paid $40 for the engine and maybe $80 for the pump. I believe the pump had never been used. Somebody had gotten it for a project that they just never did. So I put together my own thing. The problem with this one was the air coming out of the compressor didn't have enough time to cool before it got into this rubber air hosing, so the hose would expand and become very soft and move around a little bit. Sometimes it would come off the connection. So I had a pressure gauge as well as 2 air outlets that I could connect into. I also had wheels on my little cart. So around January, late January, early February of 2018, I decided I wanted to try putting together a fan gun to make snow. So this is kind of a video here of my fan gun that I'm testing out. I think this is probably the first time I'm testing it out. It's kind of hard to see. So in summer of 2018, I bought a Craftsman pressure washer, I believe it was, and the pump was bad, and so I ended up going on eBay and buying a new pump for it. So far, it's worked great. It's one of my favorite pressure washers that I own. Starts up very well, runs excellent, and the gas tank is large, which makes it nice so I don't have to continually be going out and filling it up. It has a Craftsman's 6.5 horsepower, very similar to a Honda, but made by Craftsman. So here's my fan gun that I have on the stand that I made for it. This is a wooden stand that I built for it. The snow quality out of the snow gun, especially on the stand, is excellent. It's more of the powdery type in some ways, much better than some of the other ones due to the height and the hang time. So I'm there playing with the nucleation mix of air and water. Here's a video of the snow machine running. So this is my fan gun, the same fan gun from before. I put on a little railing up top as well as a little ladder in the back. For this one, I have 2 rings for my nozzles, and so I'm running 2 pressure washers, a electric one and a gas one, for a total of 3.5 gallons per minute. So it's working out very well, and it was making some good snow. I still have my fan gun, except it just has 1 ring now. So I also made a gun for a pole, and you can see here in the next picture I have 3 bulk water nozzles and then a air water mixture, and the air water mixture, that's the nucleator. You can see in the bottom right I have my air compressor that I'm using, and this gun puts out some good snow. This is a video of me. I was going out, I believe it was midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was going to check on my snowmaking that I was doing. So I'll put some pictures in here of the snow guns that I've made along the way and so forth.
We're doing some late night snowmaking. It is, let's see, April 8th, I believe. It's about 1:30 in the morning on Monday, April 8th, 2018. We're making snow. Let's go see how it's going.
So this is a pile of snow that I made. I blew all the snow into the yard, and then I shoveled up the snow around a certain diameter and got a nice big pile. It's probably 4 feet tall, 4.5 feet tall. The base is probably 8 by 12 is my guess. So it was a pretty big pile. So the winter of 2019, 2020 was not the best winter. We did have a few cold spells, which did help. So I was able to make snow. Um, since I first started, I've been trying to make new guns, different guns, and I'll be hopefully experimenting more in the future with new designs. So I'll put up some pictures of the air compressor that I made and kind of how it's morphed into what it is now, as well as I'll put up some pictures of my snowmaking machines and the progression of those. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you're not already a subscriber, please go hit that subscribe button